Hey everybody, this is Chris with WooCurve, and in this video I'm going to show you a framework that you can use to capture testimonials for your business on autopilot. You can also do this manually if you don't want to set up an automation. It's going to work the same way. So we've talked before about how powerful testimonials can be and actually are for your business because they prove to your prospect that what you are selling, the end result, actually works. So I'm just here on our homepage, and these are some of the testimonials that we put up, and we put these on our homepage. We use these on our checkout pages, on our sales pages, and these are not all the testimonials. If you look on some of our sales pages, then you will see some different ones that are not featured here. These are just the ones that we feature on the homepage, and so you can quickly see, like, if you don't know much about us, maybe somebody's recommended one of our products to you, you come check us out. Very prominently, we are showing you the experience that other people have had with one-click upsells, with handsome checkouts. Here's one-click upsells again. I actually just did an interview with Jordan here, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So I want to show you the process. I'm not going to show you the actual emails to write. If you're interested in that, let me know, and I can turn the emails that I've used into templates for you. But I wanted to get this out fast just to show you the framework. So let me just come over here. Okay, so I jumped over here into ActiveCampaign, and ActiveCampaign is what we use for our email marketing. You may use MailChimp or Infusionsoft. Doesn't really matter. This should work regardless of the system that you use. The framework is still the same. So this is if you want to set up something that runs on autopilot. And so I'm just going to use one of our products as an example. So right here, I have when somebody makes a purchase of one-click upsells, they get tagged as purchased OCU, and then they go into a waiting period, and I want to wait for 1 month. And the reason I'm doing that is because the goal here is to get a testimonial. You want to wait and make sure that somebody actually gets the result that you're promising. So it wouldn't make sense just to automatically send them an email for a testimonial right after they purchase. So I want to put them in a holding queue for about a month. Then I'm going to segment them. So I want to say, okay, are they still a customer? Have they stuck with us? And if the answer is no, then they're out of this automation, so they never get these emails. But if yes, they still are a customer, then this is where this framework starts. So the first email I'm going to send out just features either a case study, or I'm going to show an example of another testimonial we received for one-click upsells. And so I would use a subject line. Let's see here. So a possible subject line for this is, did this happen to you, or can you relate to this? And all I'm doing in this email is I'm just kind of modeling the behavior that I want, if that makes sense. So I'm showing you an example of a testimonial from another customer, and saying, can you relate to this? And it's really short, and I'm just take a screenshot of it, put it in the email. And then what I'm going to have is a link to a testimonial capture form. And the things that you want to do when you capture a testimonial is you want to first ask somebody to record a video and post it on YouTube of just what their experience was like with your product. And you want to make that part of the submission process. So one of the fields on the form will be the link to their YouTube video. You want to get their name and email address, and then you want a kind of an open field that just says, tell me about your experience with our product, and then that's where you can start to capture the words that they use. And another way you could ask that is, how would you describe our product to your friends and family? That's another way that you could ask that question to kind of get them thinking about how they explain it in the simplest way possible. Okay, so on email 2, it's a little more explicit, so you're actually making the request. And one of the ways that I like to do this is just come right out and say, can I interview you? Do you have 5 minutes? Can I feature you? So you're asking a question in your subject line. These are subject lines, and you could reference the testimonial you shared in the previous email, and just let them know that, hey, I would love to feature you and your experience on my website. It's going to inspire other people to achieve the results that you achieved. And if you've got a few minutes, I'd love to just hop on a quick call with you or something like that. And then you're linking back to that testimonial capture form. They still need to go through that process. They still need to record their YouTube video and do everything else. And then from there, you could circle back and you could conduct interviews with folks. If you're worried about getting overrun with requests for interviews, one of the ways that you could position this is, I'm looking for new people to feature on my site and feature your experiences. So sort of the way, if you're interested in that, here's the process you go through, and I'm going to be choosing, the top 4 or 5 submissions to feature. So you could do it that way. Okay, so that is, and that's a day after you send the first one. And then the last one, you're just going to send, basically this is one more try that you're doing. And so these subject lines are like on a scale of 1 to 10, ... and it's kind of intriguing, or just basically last chance. And so you're saying, hey, I've made a request a couple of times, noticed you haven't responded. Would love to feature you on our site to inspire other people. If you're interested in that, here's the link, and then they go to your capture form. So this is the basic process. And if you're doing this in an automated way, you do want to make sure that you have a goal set, so that if somebody does go through your form, that they get tagged as having given testimonial. So testimonial given will be the tag here. And what that's going to do is, if somebody responds way up here, then they get tagged as having given a testimonial, and they have achieved the goal, and then they essentially are out of this automation, so they won't get these other 2 emails. So that's one thing. If you are going to run automations this way, you want to make sure that you're getting people out of these sequences, and they're not getting emails that they don't need to get. And I actually I have an interview coming up with Jordan, who I mentioned before, and I reached out to him with that same subject line. Can I interview you? And we set it up. But for him, I was just interested in sharing more about his business, and because I think he's got a cool business going on, and I just wanted to talk marketing, talk shop with him more so than anything. And I'll be sharing this with you later, but this is not actually an interview where it's a testimonial for our product. It's more of a feature of his marketing strategies that I think are cool, and you're going to get some value from. So it can work both ways. You can also uncover, depending on what vertical you're in, you can also just feature your customers and let them do some teaching to your prospects, to your customers, and kind of take that route as well. So wanted to share this framework with you. Hope it was helpful, and leave your comments below or send us an email if you have any questions, and hope you have a great day.